All right, so it says we're live. I wanted to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming and watching us. I'm Rob with ScrappyDew.com, and this is where we can talk about anything that you guys really want, that you guys are having issues with, or maybe you want demoed, whether that be in Make the Cut, Cricut Design Space, and so on. I'm joined here by two other people. We have Michelle Bell. I'm going to let her introduce herself right now. She's audio only, but she'll be screen sharing for today.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle, and I have a blog at michellemybellcreations.com. I'm also a design team leader for ScrappyDew, and I also help out with the Facebook page.
All right, and next is Christopher Allen Designs. Go ahead, Christopher.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Allen, and I own, I guess you could say, Christopher Allen Designs. You can find me on YouTube, which is listed below here under my name. You can also find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group as well as a Facebook page, or you can also visit my blog at christopheradesigns.com.
All right, like I said, if you guys have questions, go ahead and post them down below, wherever you're watching this video, whether it be YouTube or the actual Google Plus page. You can go ahead and comment down there, and we can pull it up. Just like, for example, this one right here, JKM. She's saying she's very excited to hear about the updates coming to SVG Library. Yeah, it's SVG Library is coming out with some great updates, and we're going to show them here to you shortly. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, post them down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube a little later, of course this video is always recorded. So feel free to paste your comments down there, because we'll always still come back and check those out as well. Now, I did post a link on the event page if you guys want to be notified whenever we do have these Google Hangouts, and you should look for something that looks just like this on that event page. There's the link that you can sign up, and we'll send you an email usually a day prior to what we're going to be talking about, and then we'll send you another one about 10 minutes before the show goes live. That way you guys can say, all right, I can DVR that CSI and I can come to the ScrappyDew live, okay? So let's go ahead and get the show started. We're going to go ahead and go over to Michelle, and she's going to show us what some of the ScrappyDew design team designers have came out with for this week. So go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, some of you may know that Ken is on vacation, and he's in Hawaii, and he said to say hello to everyone tonight. And I talked to him earlier today, and him and Sean are having an awesome time. And I want to show some of the pictures from some of his vacation. And this first one is a view from his hotel room. And this is just a sample of some of the things he's eating. This is a macadamia nut French toast. He had that for breakfast the other day. And while he was in Maui, he decided to try out a new hairstyle.
I said the same thing to him.
I cracked up when I saw that. That was so funny. Oh gosh! So I told him, I said, I'm gonna show that photo.
Looks like Coolio.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, we'll get to the projects now. Our first project tonight is a Halloween layout created using the Happy Hauntings pattern file, and this is by Sherry. That's adorable. And this next project is a spinner card, and it uses the Sunshine and Summertime pattern file, and this is by Jenna, and this can be found in the Under the Sea category.
I love those waves.
Yeah.
They're really neat.
And that's the inside of her card. And this next project is by Jennifer. She created a fall sign using the Hayride file, and that can be found in the fall category. And this is a project using the Scrap Factory program and the Fairies expansion pack, and this is by Monica. And she used the ginger hairstyle and I believe outfit 1 and I think Fairy Wing 5. And that's a little close-up view. And this next project is by Omar. He's our newest member of the ScrappyDew design team. And this is his first project, and it's called Brainy Treat Box. And he used the Zombie 2013 pattern file. And there's some additional images of his project. And as you can see, he really did a lot of detail work on this project. And that's it for the design team projects this week.
All right, yeah. I mean, the detail is incredible that he does.
Yeah, he did a really good job on that.
Yeah, I was showing that to Susan the other day, and she's like, "Yeah," she's like, "I love his work."
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good deal, good deal. All right, yeah, going through some of these comments here. Like I said, we can post them up here. Yeah, love the layouts. You know, we don't know which one you're talking about, but of course, they all look good. And Susan says healthy food for Brecky. And let's see, Christopher and Ken. Here we go. Well, I guess we got a quick comment for you there, Christopher. Yeah, Ken's not with us tonight. Like I said, he's in Hawaii celebrating, but he wants to know what cardstock are you using for print and cut?
My favorite cardstock, let me turn around, and it's Georgia Pacific, and it is a 110-pound cardstock, and I actually get it from Walmart. I believe it's 150 sheets, and it is $5.88. I have tried quite a few different types of cardstocks. I've used Pazzles, which is obviously a much more expensive brand of paper to put through my printer. I've also used the Paper Studio, which is a brand through Hobby Lobby. I would not recommend the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby to my worst enemy. Their paper does not work very well with cutting machines. If it is not ripping kind of under the blade, no matter how sharp your blade is, it will tear when you pull it up from the mat, no matter how conditioned your mat is. It's just not a very good weight or a good manufacturing of cardstock, but it's very inexpensive. So I would suggest to use it for something that, is a very simple project, but not something that you're doing, a really good graphic print on. That Georgia Pacific is my absolute favorite. They've been around obviously forever, and I would suggest the 110-pound weight because that is a good, sturdy cardstock, and the Cricut Explorer as well as the Silhouette cuts through it very well. Obviously, you're going to be using a little bit of a deeper setting when you're using the Cameo, and I've said this many times before. Anything that you are doing on the Explorer, you're going to want to make sure you use a little bit of a deeper cut setting because they do not correspond with one another when you're using the same paper. But yep, that Georgia Pacific, $5.88 for 150 sheets, and it is perfect. I mean, it prints very, very well. It also cuts very, very well on the machine.
All right. Susan is saying that she sure does love the coloring images that Omar did. And just to let you guys know that whatever you guys are seeing right now, there's typically about a 30-second delay between what we're actually talking about. So that's why we keep jumping back and forth on questions here. And I don't know if Michelle, while you're in the background, if you can go ahead and upload all those photos that you showed in the event page. That way they can see a good, high-quality photo of what you showed.
Okay. Also, I'll post a link to Omar's blog. He shares a lot of files, some boxes and things like that. So, he has a really nice. And he also created a new pen guide to show you what pens will fit inside the Cricut machine.
Oh yeah, maybe you can
Um,
pull that up on the blog.
yeah, I'll
Put it up
put
on
that
your
up there
screen.
too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll pull that up on the screen. We'll take a look at it. He did come out with a pretty cool little cut that you guys can do. It's kind of funny how he presented it. Uh,
I'll pull that up in a little while.
okay, gotcha. So like I said, you know, big stuff's coming with the SVG library. I keep getting comments on what should be added to it, and so I'm trying my best. Like I said, programming is not my primary job, nor do I consider myself an expert at the programming language, but I am learning, and I'm glad to add some of these things that you'll be seeing. And like Michelle said, Omar has some free files, and those free files can go right into this SVG library. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and screen share my entire desktop. And let me see which one I can share. Screen 2. All right. So this, hopefully you guys can see the screen. And they always say you can always tell how important a guy is by how busy his desktop is. As you can see, my desktop is not very busy, so I'm not that important. Okay, so some cool changes that you'll see here is the file folder structure. Okay, so now we can do folders, we can do subfolders, we can do folders within subfolders, and it took me like a week and a half in order to try to understand how to accomplish this. So I'm proud of myself, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this as well. So let me go, and I think the best thing to do is start at the beginning on how we actually get our files into here, and we'll show you how you can start adding them to folders right away. Okay, so if I go over to import view, and I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this folder right here, and this comes from Sherry K, and it's just a list right here of flourishes. Okay, so just drop and drag the folder in there, and the next thing that I need to do is I do want to import them, but I'd like to put them into a folder. Okay, so we've cleaned up the menu here, and so we have a folder view, and on the Mac, of course, it's Command 3, or on a PC, it's going to be Control 3, and that will bring up this right here. And this is how you're going to structure your files. Okay, so I mean it's almost just like Windows or Mac, the way that you can think of a hierarchy of folders. Okay, so like right here I have ScrappyDew, I have freebie patterns, I have 2004, and then I don't have anything else here. But since that comes from Sherry K, I'm going to go ahead and add a folder. I'm going to call it Sherry K. Okay, and then I'm going to click off of it. And then I want to add a subfolder to that, so I'm just going to click Add Folder, and I'm going to call this one Flourishes. Okay. I'm sure someone will correct me. Okay. Now, so say you did not want to put that file folder there. I mean, it's just like in Windows. You can scroll and put it where you want. Now, you'll notice that up here. Let me go ahead and put this back here. But up here, it will display what folder you're actually dragging it to. See, so up here it's saying, okay, this is going into the small SVG folder. Okay, and you can drop it in there. It's going to go into there, or you can just bring it back to Sherry K. So it doesn't matter. So that way you'll always know which one you're dropping it into, because sometimes you'll be like, hey, where's it going? Okay, well it's actually going to go underneath that folder. So we got Sherry K flourishes, and I'm done with this. Now I can go ahead and hit the Move All, because I want to import everything. And typically, if you are importing a lot of SVGs, you always want to hit the Check for Duplicates, and you'll get either a message saying that has found a duplicate or it hasn't. And then we just hit Add the queue to the library. Now it's going to ask me, do I want to add this to a folder? Of course, I just created a folder called Sherry K and Flourishes. So I'm going to navigate to the Sherry K Flourishes. I'm going to go over here, hit Control A or Command A on a Mac, and I hit the Assign button, and boom, all those will now be assigned flourishes. Now, if you don't want them all to go to that same folder, you can always select a different folder and select which files you actually do want to go into that folder. So you don't always have to send them all to the right folder. Okay, so let me just go back and put that in the flourishes. I want to hit finish and hit OK. And then we'll go over to our library view and look, our folder's not there. That's okay. We can now right click and hit refresh folder list, and Sherry K pops up. So does flourishes. So that is the new addition is the folders. Okay, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the folders, the folder addition. All right, some other updates that I'm going to check my notes here so I can go over these. So yeah, we went over folders and subfolders. We went over the folder organizer, which is the new view, folder view. You can always go here and drop and drag folders. Okay. You can also rename folders now right here in the library view just by right-clicking and click rename, and then you can type in the name, and it will update that folder with that name. Let's see what else. Search. Okay, so let's see here. We'll do some common tags. Let me open up the common tag window because that will bring up another good topic. Common tags. Oh, and Christopher, if you're still there, Michelle, feel free to stop me at any point if there's any comments or questions, because I don't have my screen up with the questions if anyone is asking anything. All right, so just briefly explain what the common tags window is. It goes through your entire library, and whatever distinct tag that it picks up, it won't display two Irishes, of course, but it will display all tags that you have entered into your library, okay, that you can use. Someone asked if they could delete a common tag, and so I implemented that as well. So if we no longer want the egg, we just select the egg right here, right-click, and delete the selected SVG tags. Of course, you can hold the control button down and select multiple, and you can do the same thing, right-click, and you can delete every single thing that is highlighted. So that is how you can now delete tags, and it will remove it from every single file that you have tagged. For example, right here, this would be Halloween. Okay, so let's see, searching for within a folder. Okay, so but before you would do a search, it would search your entire library. Now with nothing selected, it will search your entire library. With a folder selected, it will try to search within that folder only. So if you know you have a ScrappyDew pattern, let me see here. We'll see what kind of tags are in here. Spring, bugs, ladybug. Okay, so if I type in ladybug, I should, or even lady, I'll do a search, ladybug pops up. So if I select Michelle, we'll see if any ladies pop up in here. Nothing, okay? And if I don't have anything selected over here, I hit lady. It should, I guess that's something I need to fix, but it should populate with everything that's related to a lady. So I'll fix that before I release that. All right, it does the same thing with name by selecting the folder. Let's see what else we got. And yeah, I meant sort by date now sorts based on the window of what of the folder that you currently selected. So sort by date will then sort it by date. As you can see, if I alphabetically sort it, it sorts based on the folder selection. And I think that's really about it, unless Michelle can come up with anything.
How about the refresh the folders?
Yeah, when I added a folder here, like I said with Sherry K, or
okay, I was doing something else, so I don't know if you showed that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just right-click and click the refresh folder list, and it will refresh everything, just in case you're not seeing the item that you want. And then you only need to refresh whenever you're adding like a top, I call it a top level folder, okay? Because every time you click these little arrows, it's actually refreshing on its own. All right, and I think that's it. I don't know.
Did you talk about deleting the subfolders?
Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's kind of important. Yeah, so let's actually do that. So we'll go to View, Folder View, and as you can see with ScrappyDew, I have under freebie patterns under 2004. We have these files right here. Okay, so what happens when you delete a folder? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just remove freebie patterns, and we'll see here what happens. So I'm going to hit delete the folder, and this little message box will pop up. It says, are you sure you want to delete all the folders and subfolders? It also goes on to tell you that any SVG files that are associated with those folders or subfolders will be placed in a non-assigned folder. Okay, so it does not delete your folders. It just deletes, it does not delete all the SVGs that are associated with that folder. It just deletes the folder reference. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. Hit yes, and I'll go ahead and close out of here. And as you can see, I guess these folders will still appear. You hit refresh folder list, and if you go to ScrappyDew, there's no folder list, but all the files now are in the non-assigned folder. And if you want to assign them a folder, we made it, appear just like the one that you saw when we imported. So we'll go ahead and we'll toggle this on so we can select multiple and go through here. We can right click assign folders, and now you can assign the folders just like we did when we imported. So you start off here on the left, select what you want to assign to. We'll go ahead and add that to ScrappyDew and assign, and click done, and now they are assigned to ScrappyDew. Okay, so hopefully you guys like some of those new updates. Oh, I did want to show this one here. Is under the toolbar. It's right here, View, Show Hide Toolbar. Some people, not a lot of people, they say it does take up a lot of screen real estate, having that toolbar up there. So now on Mac, Command-Shift-H or Control-Shift-H on your Windows, it will hide that toolbar, making it more compact, because you now have every single thing that was on that toolbar for easy access all right here under Library Actions, as well as a View. You can go to Library View, Import View right there. So Command 2, Command 1 will flip-flop you, and Command-Shift-H will bring that toolbar back up and down. So, all right, let me go back to Google here and see if there are any questions. Go ahead and stop screen sharing, and if anything comes up, take a look. I did also want to touch a little bit about the library assistant. I know we talked about it last week. Let me show you that real quick. Share screen too. And what library assistant will do is, if you own SVG Library and you create a backup from your, I believe it's under Library Actions, Create Backup. That is where you can, it will export the entire database, and it will look something like this. And Michelle made a quick little sample here, and we're going to go ahead and use the Library Assistant in order to open it and see what's inside of it. Okay, so Library Assistant can be put on a thumbstick. It's not an installer, and it is just a reader only. You cannot you can't save anything, you can't tag anything. It's using whatever you have exported. Okay, and we'll go ahead and open up Library Assistant. It should look very, very familiar. And let me go ahead and, is that popping up for you guys? Are you seeing it, Michelle? I'm not seeing it on my screen. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not showing up on my screen. Oh.
No, I don't see it.
Okay, here it is.
There it is.
Now you guys see it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's gonna tell you that this is a viewer exporter only, so that way you can view your files that you saved. You can put it on thumbstick, go to your crop that you want, and you can actually open up the library file. So you go to open up library file, and the typical open dialog menu will pop up. There we go. Computer's running a little slow. I put this one in October Hangout. And let me go ahead and, well, wait. I need to get a new computer, not run so many things at once. But what we'll eventually see is we'll see that database file that's in here. There it is. And we'll go ahead and open it. And like I said, it should look very familiar, just like the SVG library. The file folder filter now will tell you how many files are actually in that folder. So you can select Michelle My Bell, and you can check out those. You can export your SVGs that you need. So now the issue that I may have with this, and I know that there's honest people out there. I know that there's not so honest people out there. But for example, maybe Christopher here can sort of role play here with me. And are you there, Christopher? You there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
I had to take myself off of mute.
Gotcha. So let's do a little role play. So I'm gonna say, oh hey Christopher, hey man, I got this library, okay? I got all these SVGs with it, and I was wanting to know, do you want all my files? And you're like, sure, okay.
Mm.
You do? You want my files? Well, do you have SVG library?
Do I have SVG library?
Yeah. Do you have SVG
Yes.
library? No,
Yes.
no, you don't. But you
Oh
don't.
no, I don't.
You don't. Okay. So Christopher does not have SVG library, but I can pass over him my SVG library assistant, and he can read it. So that is the controversy. I want to release it, and I just don't want it to be used for sharing files. And that's how to prevent that. Because on the one side I do want to sell the program, but also on the other side I am with ScrappyDew, and I don't want people like, hey, I got all these ScrappyDew files, because right now I don't have a way for you to specify which ones you want to export. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a little controversy that I'm going through on, do I release it, do I not? A lot of people. I did give it out to some people. They said they like it, and they gave me some more comments on it. So that is what I have been working on. And like I said, if there's any questions, feel free to ask it down below. And Michelle, I don't know if you're queued up with showing crafty vectors as well as Omar.
Yeah, I will in just 1 second.
Okay.
Give me a second. There's some questions. Let me see. One from Shelley. Do you see that one, Christopher?
I cannot see the questions, unfortunately. My tracker didn't come up.
Okay, let me pin it.
Thank you.
It's not this one, is it, Michelle? I must have now if I could see all my fonts.
Yes.
Single glance. Oh yeah, I wish I was digging around on how to display fonts, but I cannot display fonts that aren't installed. So yeah, sorry about that one. I'd have to do research on how to display fonts that are not installed, because that would be a cool program idea, like a font library, font finder, font hunter, or something. Yeah.
I print mine whenever I download them. I print that little screen that pops up to show you what the font is, and I have a big binder of fonts that I can flip through to find the one that I want.
Well, that is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm constantly within designing and looking for different fonts that associate with. I use a lot of fonts that are kind of representative of one single thing. For instance, like a certain Disney font, or a font from a horror movie or something like that. Or if I just want a certain genre, if I want to look for a handwritten font, or I want to look for a font that's kind of looks grungy, or a font that is a wingding, I have them all separated with those tabs, and I can just find one very quickly. So I don't think that there's anyone that has necessarily such a huge library of fonts that they've downloaded that a binder would not be something that's accessible. I know that every font that I've downloaded, I have more than one purpose for, so that's why I kind of put it in the binder. I probably have about 100 fonts in there right now, but it's the greatest thing ever to be able to just flip through and look through the half pages of fonts and find the exact one that I want.
Yeah, I think Julie may have you beat with the font thing. She sent me like in the SVG library, it actually tracks how many fonts you have, or not fonts, I'm sorry, SVGs that you have.
Uh-huh.
And man, she sent me one, and it was around like 57,000 SVGs that she imported into this thing. I'm going to tell you this, that of course, the more font or more SVGs that you import, the bigger that database file is going to be. And she sent it to me, and it was around 800 megs. Okay, so pretty big. It took a while for the SVG library as well as my actual database reading program in order to open it. But once it did open, it had that little spinning wheel. I was able to navigate just fine with it. So yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and go to Michelle. She's got her screen up. So go ahead, Michelle.
A few weeks ago, we had Dominic on from Crafty Vectors, and he shared a coupon with ScrappyDew Live Show. It's for Crafty Vector 1, and it's a 15% off coupon, and that is good till October 11th, so you still have a few days to use it, and I just wanted to mention that. You can reach his Etsy page at etsy.com/shop/craftyvectors, and on the left-hand side, where you'll see all the selections of files that he has, and you can find, various files here. So just you can click on this menu right here, and that will pull up all his files. And here's just a sample of some of his work that he has. And this is his latest project here. It's very pretty, and that could also be customized. If you need it customized, he will customize the file for you. So the coupon code is CraftyVector1, and it's for 15% off. I'll also add the link to the comments section. And let me go to Omar's. Okay, this is Omar's blog, and these are just some of the, I think he made a file for this as well. Let's see. If you click here, and that will take you to the rest of the article. And if you scroll down a little bit, it shows you all the pictures, and yep, there's the file right here. So you could download this file. He has several files on his blog. If you just go back up to home, I'm sorry, my computer's running a little bit slow right now. Okay.
Yours and mine both.
Yeah, I'm frozen right now. I can't. There we go. Here's the Cricut Pen fitting accessory that he created, and it's nice because it fits. You can carry it in your purse, or it's a nice little wallet size. It's flat, and you can just
satchel.
Yeah, you could just take that template out and hold it up against the pens in the store, and that will let you know whether they will fit in the Cricut pen holder.
Hey, Christopher, do you actually have that pen holder? I don't even know what that looks like.
That is ingenious, first of all, I must say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I also must, as a beta tester, give a disclaimer that you should not use any pens, and I'm only saying this because our favorite Ken of Ken's Creations, he broke his pen holder and had to call our friends at Cricut to but you want to be very, very, very careful. Simply because, and I am a culprit of this, I've actually used different pens in videos, but you want to be so careful with what pens that you are using in the Explorer simply because the pen holder is extremely delicate. The pen holder is literally manufactured to fit the Cricut pens. And of course, while I'm going to be talking about them, I don't even have a Cricut pen sitting here. Who am I? So I have.
Obviously not a beta tester.
I guess not. I need to be let go immediately. But I'm sure I have one in this pen thing somewhere. Haha. So the Cricut pens, it's created because of this area right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little notch right here, yep. And the pen holder, which it actually does not come out. It does come out, but it doesn't come out very easily. But the pen holder that is actually in the machine is made to simply stop this area right here on the pen. And I know that's probably so difficult to see, but it's right. Oh, actually, where this arrow is, if you can. Probably still can't see that either. But there's a little arrow that's right here, and that notch, that's all that pen holder is made to stop. If you put in a pen, I don't think I have one of those pens here, but if you put in a pen that is like one of the fine precision pens, they have notching that is on them that can very easily break the pen holder. Also, I have seen markers such as the memory markers from American Crafts. I've seen a lot of these break the machine because the end of it is just too big. Now, I will say, though, that the American Craft brand markers that look like these ones are, well, I mean, I'll just show you. This is the Cricut marker. This is the American Crafts marker that is next to it. So, again, not suggesting to use any of these markers, but these markers, I mean, are the exact same marker. So what
when you say they broke the pen holder, are you talking about the actual thing that the pen goes into, or the thing?
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm pretending like you can see it while I'm looking at it. There is the pen holder is actually it's like a nozzle that almost it's round, and I'll actually draw a kind of a quick picture of it. It is round, and because I mean, even if I show you on the camera, I don't think that you're going to be able to see it because it's all white. But it's like a little nozzle that comes down on the pen holder, and it comes to a point, and it kind of looks like this. And I don't know if you can see that. This is what it looks like, and these prongs here open up whenever you're putting the marker down into it. And if you put anything down into that is grippy or larger, these prongs very easily break off. So when those prongs, and if those prongs break off of your Cricut Explorer, the pen just falls down through, and you can no longer use your pen accessory. So you want to make sure that you are using the Cricut branded markers. Obviously, again, like I said, the slick writers that are created by American Crafts, they do fit in the machine. They're the only other markers that I can say that I have really used simply because they're the exact same marker. I mean, they really are the exact same housing, the exact same casing, everything. But you want to be very careful what you are trying out in there, because I've seen in all of the message boards in the different groups so many different types of markers that people have used. I mean, they want to put chalk in there. They want to put everything that they can possibly put in that pen holder. And you just want to be very careful because the pen holders are not a current accessory that can be purchased for the machine. So if that breaks, you're going to want to call customer service, and they will assist you from there. But it's not something that can be purchased as a replacement right now. So you just want to be careful. That's all. I just don't want anybody, because I've seen so many people that have broken them, because they put tons of different things in that pen holder. Just be careful. Just if it doesn't look like it's going to fit, don't try it. And that's why I think it's great that he created that little cheat sheet, because it's going to show what can fit in there. Now, with that, you want to definitely make sure that top notch, you can see in his second picture there, you can see the very top notch is literally the most important part, because that top notch is the thickest point in which you are able to insert it into the machine. That is also very important because that is what is going to stop your pen from going too far in. I've seen a lot of individuals use, myself included, these Crayola fine tip markers. Again, something that you can use at your own risk, but you want to be careful because this little indent that's on this one is not in the same place as the Cricut markers, so you can push these down too far, thus in turn pushing them down to actually touch the paper. And as any Cricut Explorer owner knows, the pen actually sits above the paper, and the pen accessory drops down to right. So you just want to be, again, just mindful. I don't want to be, you know, a party pooper, so to speak, and say absolutely do not ever use, Debbie Downer. I don't want to say do not ever use another marker in your machine. It's your machine. Do whatever you would like with it. But I just want to warn you that there are quite a few pens that have been used in the machine that will absolutely damage and break the prongs on that. And over on Ken's blog, he shows you that he actually used a he used like a pen that we would just use to write like an everyday office pen, and that office pen destroyed his pen holder. So just want to be careful. That's all.
And now, Susan, she has like a little question for you. She says, so do you think that they're planning on a holder that will be universally friendly to other pens?
I hope so.
If not, there's Amy Chalmers.
Yeah, I hope so. That's something that I have suggested quite a bit, that I would like to have a universal pen holder. The Silhouette Cameo, the people at Silhouette America actually just released recently a pen holder that actually holds multiple sizes of pens. I unfortunately have not had a chance to use that yet, and I don't really have an interest in using it just yet because the writing abilities on the Silhouette just aren't there yet. The writing is called a doodle for a reason on the Silhouette. It just doesn't have that fluid and fluent motion yet down, which hopefully we'll see on a newer machine. But with the Explorer, I'm hoping that there will be another kind of accessory that comes out, and I think that's kind of there might be a hint considering the fact that the accessory does come out of the machine. But that's all I know at this point, is that I've been asking for it, and hopefully it comes in the future.
All right. Yeah, Shelly, she says, that pen guide, sweet. She said that I've used some leftover shrinky-dink plastics to cut it, and it holds up great. Let's see, what else we got here. Janice, she asked about, is there any discounts currently for the SVG library? Well, I'm going to say this. Columbus Day is coming up, right? So stay tuned to MichelleMybellCreations.com for information on a discount. So I guess don't purchase tonight. Just wait for tomorrow. Okay, she'll post all the information tomorrow on what you can do with your SVG library. If you are wanting to jump the gun, feel free to do it and just send us an email. Let us know you'd like the discount again, and we'll fix the bill. Okay. As far as date, that will go up tomorrow as well. Okay, so we'll push that out. And how do you guys update? You're gonna go ahead and the program itself. You can click the little icon in the top right, and that way you'll go to the website and you can actually download it again. Okay. So let's see if there's any more questions. This one's for you, Christopher. She says, I don't know if you already answered this. What colors of cardstock do you use for the different skin colors?
For me, I have not found one that I particularly love yet. Everyone's going to probably hate this answer, but I use my Spectrum Noirs a lot to kind of do a color fill on a smaller piece of paper to create a skin tone. I tend to go more towards like the peachy or the kind of lighter tan colors. Recollections actually makes a fantastic set of flesh tones. I don't think it's necessarily called flesh tones. I believe it's like a tan pack. But I have not found anything that I think is perfect yet. So I use my Spectrum Noirs a lot, and I simply will color on a piece of maybe like 4x4 or 3x3 piece of paper, and just set that on my mat where I want it to cut, and then I can do shading. I'm a super duper perfectionist, so obviously not everyone is going to go that route and use Spectrum Noir to do that. But Recollections, I would definitely check out their paper. They have a great line, and their paper cuts beautifully in all the cutting machines that I use.
I think we lost Rob, did we?
Oh, did we? We might have.
No, I'm here. I'm
okay.
here, guys. I'm here. I promise. I was on mute and I was talking, and my program wasn't telling me that you guys could hear me. But Handmade Cards, she comes up with this one. She says, "Anyone have info on the Cameo 2 that is debuting next week?" Question mark.
I don't. Ken.
You're not a beta tester?
No, Ken. Ken. No. Not for Silhouette. I would not be a very good beta tester, to tell you the truth. I'm a beta tester of the Silhouette Cameo in my own real life, just for me. I have not heard anything about that yet. I think Ken. I had a conversation with Ken last week, and he had some information, not necessarily about a release or anything like that, but we had a long discussion about it. Simply because we were curious as to what is going to, what is coming with it, what they are going to do to kind of match the abilities right now of the Cricut Explorer. There have not been any photographs of the inside of the machine yet, which makes me extremely curious to see if there is going to be anything that is going to be updated with possibly a dual head. I know that there was rumors of a dual head. Obviously, there are rumors of a touch screen. I'm not sure how that's going to really necessarily benefit anyone because it's basically going to be the exact same commands from what I understand that are on the machine currently, just in a touch type of touch format. Again, there are rumors of it being wireless. The big rumor that I heard, again, is that it is going to be Wi-Fi wireless. It is not going to be Bluetooth wireless, which is what the Explorer is currently. Again, these are all kind of things that have been rumored in the different groups and things that Ken and I have been watching for, just because obviously we're just as excited as everyone else is. Obviously, we use our Cricut Explorers quite a bit, and we hold them very near and dear to us, but we're always very curious about new machines that are coming out as well and what the next best, greatest thing is. It just happens to be the Explorer right now when it comes to cutting machines. I mean, that is, when it comes to precision, when it comes to ease of use with the the Smart Cut dial and things of that nature, it just is hands down number one, I think, again, with the print then cut. But there's supposed to be a new Cameo coming out, so I'm sure Ken, who is fantastic with the comparison videos, will have one of those coming out shortly after its release. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And we'll see, how it compares.
Yeah. You and Michelle were mentioning earlier that there was an update to the software. Was that today or earlier this week? You think it's in preparation for the new machine? Right, Darlene here. She asks, will the Pazzles pen holder fit the Explorer? Do you know anything about that?
I'm not familiar with the Pazzles, to tell you the honest to goodness truth. The thing is, the Explorer pen, and I wish that I could. The thing is, I don't even think that you would be able to see it if I showed you it. The pen holder.
Remote camera again, huh?
Well, the thing is, I don't. The problem is with my lighting that I have. Anything that's white. It kind of, I mean, you saw when I was showing you that it kind of blurs everything, washes everything out. Thank you, I couldn't think of the word. So
How about if you hold a piece of paper behind it? Do you have a small scrap piece of paper?
If I can, let me just try to turn. you're going to see the mess of my side of my craft room right now. My messy shelves. But in all of my 10, look at my Spectrum Noirs. I'm a crazy person. But if I'm not sure if I can get down, if what you can see here. This is the pen holder. I'm not sure if you can see that there, how clearly you can see that, because again, it is very bright with my light. But the pen holder is here. I have not gotten instruction on how to actually remove the pen holder. I know that you are able to remove the pen holder. I wouldn't suggest attempting to remove the pen holder, simply because it is in there pretty well. But you can actually, it's just like the B clamp here. You can just pull the A clamp, and it's going up and down because the machine's not actually on right now. But you can open this up, and from what I understand, you can pull this portion open, and then this does come out. I'm not going to try because I don't want to break mine. But the thing is that it does, from what I understand, it does come out. I'm not 100% sure as to how, if that Pazzles pen holder will fit in there. Again, I'm not familiar with the Pazzles pen holder. I'm assuming it will probably be fairly similar to that.
Yeah, Julie, she owns a Pazzle and a Cricut Explorer, and this is what she says. She says, no, the Pazzles pen holder does not fit the Explorer. That's all she says. She doesn't say like, oh, because it's too big or.
I'm assuming it's probably too big. From what I've seen, at least of photographs of the Pazzles machine, it seems like that housing is larger. So it's really just going to depend on what is and what the sizing is of whatever pen holder that you're putting in. But this pen holder was designed to catch a pen once you insert it into the machine. But again, with the Cricut Explore markers, the Cricut branded markers, there is a very audible click that you will hear once the marker has been inserted to where it is supposed to be, and you will not hear that with other markers. That's why so many people are breaking their pen holders, because you do not know whenever too far is too far with the pen, and you also do not know what is going to get caught on that when you're pushing it through, which again I've seen so many times with the Precision, the Pilot, that's the name of them, the Pilot Precision pens.
Julie says it's too big. So,
is it? Okay, that's what I thought.
Hammock Card, she asks this question. I guess it's a recurrent question that we always get here. Is any word on the fix for the Shockwave Crafts design space? Did they issue out any new plugin downloads over the week from last week?
At this point, right now, they're essentially from what I have used. Again, and I use my design space every single day. I have not had a Shockwave issue, and I'm going to absolutely knock on wood right now, with the projects that no, that's definitely wood. With the projects that I have been doing. Now that I go to say that as the projects that I have been doing are projects that are not something that is a super complex project, and meaning that I am simply doing a print then cut on images that I have brought in that are PNG files. PNG files obviously are going to be a file that is going to be less memory consuming because they do not have a background. They are also going to be a file that is a smaller file. So I mean, again, I'm not at the point now where I am doing crazy projects with it that are creating that Shockwave crash. Now, again, if you are doing a lot of things with slicing, if you're doing a lot of things with bringing multiple images in, and you are having it, kind of separate those images onto different pages, yes, I have seen that. Again, at this point, all that's being advised is to simply just wait a few moments for it to catch up, and it will resolve itself. I've never had a situation where I've had to leave the Design Space program because of a Shockwave crash, but I know that, again, the Shockwave crash is a known issue. It's at the very top of the list of the known issues, and something that they have been obviously working on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think Yeah, it hadn't shown up in the comments yet, but Julie's like, it always crashes on me. But yeah, don't know, don't know. I'm scrolling through any of these questions. I'm not seeing any new ones. Um, yeah, I was trying to download Inkscape and get it to work because I wanted to show a quick tip in SVG Library on how you guys can actually, because some people are saying, hey, these SVGs are coming up really small. Well, it's because the way that designer saved them, they're coming up
Mhm.
that way. And I was going to show you guys how you guys can actually do a quick update in it. A quick update of the SVG file reference, and then just re-add it to the library real quick. But I don't know. You got anything else, Michelle? I was trying to get that to work.
The only other thing was the update for Silhouette. There was an update that was released on October 6th.
Okay, yeah, and
And if they go to silhouetteamerica.com and scroll down a bit, and they click on Download Now for free, and the Silhouette Studio is here, and you just click on here. And the latest version is 3.3.277, and then you can download it right there.
I was reading back in maybe it was a couple months ago that maybe it was when that print and scan was coming out, or what's that called? Scan and cut?
It's called the Pixascan,
PicScan, yeah,
PixScan, yeah.
PicScan. Yeah, that the software, even though you were in the actual software, you'd try to go to, check for updates. It wasn't recognizing an update was out there. You actually had to go to the Silhouette Studio website. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't do that.
yeah, always check your version history or the version that you currently have, and then reference it off the website. That's what I would recommend doing. Uh, Let me see if I can actually open this up in Inkscape real quick.
Yeah, if you go to help check for updates, and mine also states there's no new updates, which obviously there is because I haven't updated for the last two versions. So,
All right. I'll see if this is gonna let me do it real quick. I think it will. Yeah. Okay. So I will do a quick demonstration real quick uh, on how you guys can actually resize something in. Um, we'll use Inkscape real quick, and then we'll show you how you can get it back into your library. So let me get rid of this. Hopefully you guys can see the desktop here. And I actually have a folder right here called Small SVG. And if you look at this shoe, it's kind of small. It's kind of in the left corner, kind of small. And what I would recommend is you're actually going over here, Export SVG, and you export it, okay? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and open it up in Inkscape. Let me pull up Inkscape. So you have it open in Inkscape. Just ignore all these. I just downloaded a copy of Inkscape. It shouldn't look like this on yours. But if you select this, well, let me explain something real quick. The reason why it's looking small and shoved up there is if you look at the document size that they have set up here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change the document size. So we're going to highlight everything, go up here, go to document properties, and down here on yours you'll probably have to click this right here, resize page to drawing selection, and once you do that, you're basically done. You can hit save. So we'll save that, and then in the library, so we'll go ahead and double click this. Oh, I'm gonna check that. Double click this, and now we can drop and drag that SVG reference file, and hopefully it worked. We'll see. So we'll drop and drag it there, and as you can see, the SVG updated, and now you have a nice big photo of the SVG. Well, a preview of the actual SVG. You update and close, and there's your reference as well. So that's a quick way to do it. You know, some people are like, hey, it's showing up pretty small. Well, that's the way that the SVG was created. So Inkscape is a free program. Don't be scared of it. Just do that quick little tweak to it, and you should be good to go if you're actually wanting a decent size preview of it. Okay. Let me go ahead and stop screen sharing. And all right, I guess I'm back. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any more questions, but we'll still hang around after the show and answer some questions because we always like to chat with each other, and then you guys will still continue on chatting, and we'll go back in there and we'll send you a reply. But I do want to thank you guys for coming, checking us out. Like I said, please sign up for that free newsletter that we posted the link right here. Go ahead and sign up for that. That way you guys will be notified whenever we're coming out with this live program. And if you are interested in that SVG library, check out michellemybellcreations.com, and you'll find out all the information on the downloading, on the purchasing, and the coupon code on how you can get this product for a discount. And we have, we're just over 250 50 users with it, and they keep offering suggestions, and we're going to keep making that program good. Okay, going to keep improving it. So I do thank you for all the suggestions. I'm trying to add them as we go. Okay, but like I said, thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Oh, there we go, just an hour.